without a crystal ball. Welcome. It's Friday. I'm having a case of the Fridays where I'm just so not motivated, you guys. Are you feeling like that? Are you feeling unmotivated? I'm deciding on what I'm going to do for tonight, but for right now, we're going to do a quick Duggar update because there's always something to do with the Duggars every day because there's a zillion of them. But I wanted to talk about a couple things that have been going on with them, and then later tonight I'm considering doing a mashup of a live stream. And if there's content that you want me to cover, if there is something that you wish to see, I would love some tips, suggestions, or whatever you have on different things that you want to hear more about. Okay, so let's talk about the Duggars. Now, there's a few things happening. Obviously, we learned that Justin is 17 years old. He'll actually be 18 coming up in November. And he has been courting a girl named Claire Spivey for quite some time. Now, Claire's family asserts that Jim Bob Duggar did not set them up and this was not an arranged marriage. You say tomato, I say tomato. In this world, arrangements are what happens, but they could just be young and in love too. So what is going on here? Okay, we know that Justin for the past several months has been working with his brother Jason. Jason owns a construction company and he is often seen on Jason's Instagram with projects that they're working on. If you don't know this, but Jason has actually built houses from scratch. He actually built a new construction home which sold back this summer, and Justin helps a lot with what they're doing. Well, Justin recently shared a photo on Instagram where he was actually like working on a project, and he said it was like a work in progress, almost done. And it sounds like, based on the comments, that he might be actually flipping properties, which got me thinking, is he starting to do what Jim Bob Duggar wanted Austin to do? Remember when Austin was interested in getting married to Joy and wanted to court her? Well, and wanted to get engaged to her, Jim Bob Duggar asked Austin to flip so many houses in order to be prepared. Is this the next step that Jim Bob is asking of Justin? If you want to get engaged, you got to flip some houses. Maybe. Justin's 17. He's already graduated from high school. He's obviously going to be in the construction industry just like his brother Jason. Is this construction flipping the next step? Maybe. I would expect, honestly, an engagement soon, given the fact that they have been together for over a year. In Justin's photos, you can see that he has traveled with them. He has gone down to Texas a number of times. It's probably going to be one of those things where as soon as they can legally get engaged and married, they will. Okay, so is Justin going to flip? Are they going to get engaged? We'll have to wait and see. Now, in regards to Jill Duggar, she has actually been revealing a lot lately. Jill Duggar opened up about using birth control. Jill Duggar opened up about the LGBTQ+. She also opened up about legal issues, right? So one of the things that there's been a lot of speculation about is like, what is this division with why is there such a rift between these two families? Why has Jill and Derek separated so frequently? You know, and I think they've talked a little bit about it in their Q&A. They basically have said that they didn't have a lot of control. They had to have all of their decisions sort of decided by people, and they were scrutinized, and their choices were sort of made to feel like they were being judged. She talked about her siblings being judgmental and not supporting what she's done. And then she also admitted to having to hire a lawyer in order to get paid. There were some questions about who that she would be using the lawyer against. Typically, when it comes to reality show TV contracts, the contracts are through the family head. So generally speaking, and I can say this with certainty in terms of how like Mama June has been paid or how the Chrisleys have been paid based on court documents, the payments go through like an entertainment company, and then typically the network will pay that company. That's usually set up by the family, and then the family then distributes the money accordingly. Now, family shows are not required to pay the kids per se unless there's something set up like where a court enacts them that they have to set up trusts. Otherwise, they're just sort of considered part of the family. It's like the price of being in the family, right? So when it comes to Jill, working as an adult, not having her own contract, she would have had to get the money paid by her dad. Now, an interesting thing to note here is that Jana uploaded a video yesterday on her, or a couple days ago on her YouTube, and I was actually kind of shocked because in the video, it's just her basically babysitting two of the kids, Henry and Gideon, and they're playing at the house, and it's super cute. And it's, again, she proves to me that Jana is literally like the mother, the father, the grandmother, the aunt, the uncle, the everything. She's literally everything to the kids. She is still raising children, and she is not, married. She doesn't have her own children. She is constantly the person that is taking care of everyone else. But it was in this video, which was adorable, by the way. Henry and Gideon are cute little blondies. And Hannah was at the kitchen, and she was by the refrigerator. So let me take a look. Take a look. So as you see, she's actually giving them some milk, and they're drinking the milk. But as you pan over there, you can see that there's a piece of paper that's over the photos. And if you look at the order of the photos, you can tell the top four at the top are the ones that are like the top four kids. If you look at the birth order, the top four kids would be Josh, John, Jana, and then Jill. The photo is covered is Jill's. So at the Duggars' house, the Duggars have covered Jill's face. Now, this could be due to filming. It could be due to, like, with cameras in the house, they might not want to show Jill on camera. They might not want to have the camera pan over and see Jill because she's not on Counting On. Or they're just covering her because they don't want to see her. It's weird. I got some messages from some of my subscribers after they saw that, and they were just like, why do they have Jill's face covered? This is just them, an average day at home. No cameras are in their house. Why is her face covered? I don't know. I don't think that Jim Bob and Michelle have the best relationship with her, and it's certain based on what they've talked about, Derek and Jill, that there's some love lost between her and Jim Bob. So is this that her face is being covered because they're just being passive aggressive? Is it that they don't want to show her? Why would they be going out of their way to cover her face? Is it because of the show? But this was not the show that was filmed. This was literally for Jana's YouTube channel. So why then is it covered right now when there's not TLC cameras in the house? Or are they just too lazy to remove it? And if that's the case, why not just take down her photo to begin with, then have it covered? It's so bizarre to me how they've tried to just sort of erase Jill out of their lives by not having her photos shown, by covering up her photos, by blurring the kids out. Like, what is this? It's like she's like non-existent in the family, shunned. So tell me, what do you think? Is Justin flipping houses to get engaged? And what about the Duggars erasing Jill? Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.